Hello everybody, it's Primalism, and today I've got 6 testicles, all of varying shapes and sizes. As you can see, that one is the largest of the testicles. These are veal testicles. Got a little bit more. That one there. They just kind of, they're in decreasing size. But yeah, you guys know what testicles look like by now. A couple more. Oh! Drop it on the table. And we got that one too. That's the smallest one. I don't know why they're all different sizes. You'd think they'd be relatively the same. But it is what it is. I'm going to be eating these along with this raw liver. It was kind of green when I took it out of the package, but it looks okay now. And you can't not have your fat. So I've got some delicious raw butter as well, and I'm just going to dig right in. So the way that I like to eat the testicles is a sharp knife. You need a sharp knife because the sac is very tough to cut through, so just kind of cut through it. Get in kind of pieces that you can swallow, and you'll kind of see why. I don't really like to chew the testicles. I just like to swallow them. I've kind of cut them a little big, so I'll probably have to chew a little bit, but as you can see, this outer sac part kind of comes off, just like that. And you don't have to eat it, but I don't mind eating it. This is what you're going for, though. So I've got that. My hands are already so messy, so I might as well eat it with my fingers, but, you know, this makes it more interesting, so go ahead and start eating the testicles, guys. Some people ask me, how do you eat all these organs and not like gag? Well, you're going to gag at first. As a matter of fact, that was a very salty one. So, surprised I didn't gag a little bit on that one, but, you know. That one was even saltier. Okay, I don't know what's going on. But you get more used to it the more of them that you eat. It goes for liver, it goes for testicles. Any organ, you get used to it. These parts still have the sac part on them, so you can't really chew it. You can't chew through it. You can feel it in your mouth. It's just really hard. It doesn't even feel like food. It feels like you're chewing on like fabric. It's like really tough. It's like you're trying to chew through a mouse pad or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's one testicle down. Don't want to forget the fat. I don't think testicles have very much fat. I think they're just mostly protein. Some raw butter. Same story with the liver. Liver, very strong taste. You know, the liver taste. I didn't have liver all of my life until I was an adult. So, for me, it was crazy terrible. Still, a lot of liver doesn't taste good to me. I think that there's just a lot of bad livers. I think I've got liver juice on my arm. Should have got a fork for the cutting part, but it doesn't really matter because all I'm doing here is eating. Go. Cut it up into small bits, or if you prefer, you can just rip it apart with your teeth and your hands. This is what I tend to prefer, though, because I don't like to chew it very much. I just kind of, especially with the testicles, I did a little chewing there because I cut them up into big pieces, but when you cut it into small enough pieces, it's kind of just like swallowing little pills. Ooh. Yeah, that liver doesn't taste quite that good. Didn't look quite that good either. I won't lie to you. But it's not that bad. Swallowing technique definitely helps. And you don't need to really chew it at all. There's no reason. Probably asking yourself, why are you using chopsticks? Well, I wanted to use utensils. I like utensils because they keep your hands more clean. Chopsticks are just made out of wood, so you don't have to worry about the silverware. I know some people are like super worried about toxins from that. Yeah, not the best liver I've ever had. You can just tell by looking at them that it's not going to be that great. We're going to go ahead and dig right into this one here. Ooh, it's leaking on the table, you see that? Yeah, let's go ahead and dig right in. It makes your knife dull quick, especially that outer layer. If I can get it off, the better, but I can't really get it off right now. Maybe now? Maybe not. I guess, okay, never mind. As you can tell, the sack on this one's already kind of separated. I don't know how that happened. Go ahead and cut her up again. How am I feeling right now? With this raw liver and testicles in me? I feel okay. Actually feeling kind of good. I really don't see a need to eat as many testicles or organs that I do, but I just do it. Because, I don't know, it feels good to be eating more parts of an animal as opposed to, just the basic ones that everybody eats. So go ahead and get my chopsticks situated. Even though they're big pieces, they're slimy, so you just swallow them down too. Take some mental fortitude. But I believe in you. You can do it too. A bit more butter here. Gotta make sure you get enough fat. Maybe I'll do some more liver now. It would be nice to have an even larger diversity than what I have here, but this is just what I've got. So this was a pound of testicles and liver. I might do half of it, save the rest of this for breakfast. Testicles and liver for breakfast. I could never see myself doing that. Like when I was a kid, I never thought this is what it would end up being. But I did know that the way my parents were feeding me was wrong. I did know that. I just didn't know why. I didn't know why. I couldn't connect the dots. Nothing really made sense. I knew that all the processed foods were bad, but I didn't know why they were bad. Just kind of an instinct, Be right back. Okay. Here we go again. Back to the liver. Almost dropped it on the ground, but I caught it. So much liver here. So, I mean, some people are worried about things like hypervitaminosis. I looked into it actually. I looked into like, okay, what even is this issue? What does it look like when you actually get it? You know? And the symptoms, they seem so vague. It's almost like you could have a cold and you'd be able to be like, oh my god, I ate all this liver. I guess I have hypervitaminosis now. Because, oh, all these symptoms match, but you look at the symptoms and they're so vague. And so I don't really know, man. But if there's anybody who has it, it's me. So we'll see if this has any long-term repercussions. But yeah. If you're wondering where I got all this food from, I've got it from Frank Tufano's website, Frankie's Free Range Meats. Pretty convenient. And he sells really tasty stuff too. Actually, some of my favorite foods that he sells aren't even the cooked food or the raw foods. I really like. I shouldn't say it in the video, guys. I'm not gonna say in the video. There are some things on his website that are just like hidden gems. So good. You just have to like go in and check it out. But very grateful to have that as a resource because otherwise, I wouldn't be able to get that great of food. Now I have a bike, so it's a different story, but I didn't have a car for a while, so I could just go to the grocery store that was next to me, which isn't all that great, or just order it. So that's why I started ordering tons of, Frankie's meats here. Another testicle. But as you guys can probably see, I can eat these testicles like really fast and don't have really any issues eating them. Whereas if you watch like the first video where I ate testicles, I was like gagging bad. I was like, this is disgusting. But they're not disgusting. It just takes a little bit of getting used to, I'm going to try to eat as much of this as I can. Still not that full yet, so got some room. I think what I'll do, actually, I think I might finish. I'll have a little bit more liver, but I want to finish the testicles at the very least. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that up. I'm the vitamin A king, man. The liver king, bro. You guys see what's happening to Liver King? I don't know what's happening. Does anybody know what's happening? So many things I didn't know about until I got TikTok. It's crazy how much goes on these other social media platforms that doesn't happen on like YouTube, which is basically the only one that I really seriously use. It's starting to get so full. All right, I'm going to save the rest of this liver for later. 2 testicles to go, guys. See, they're really good. I would say testicles might be, now that I've gotten used to them, one of the tastier organs, one of the least off-putting, which is crazy. It's, if you're still put off by organs, it might just be, or by testicles, it might be because of the idea that you're eating balls. I can understand that. But when you get past that idea, you're just left with these salty little snacks. It almost reminds me of seafood. Same with like chicken. Chicken reminds me of seafood too. Okay, last testicle. This one's the tiniest. I saved the tiniest one for the last. That was a pound of testicles though, guys. Can you imagine having a pound of testicles in your stomach? So many things you could say about that, right? So many things to comment about that one. That one's going in the Primalism Sus Moments compilation. Here we go. Oh. Rascal. That's dinner. Very basic, very easy, no cooking required. Do you guys enjoy testicles? What's your guys' favorite organ? I think mine's brain still. Brain is, oh my gosh. It's so expensive, so I don't get it very much, but brain has to be the best organ ever. I've been loving just ground beef and butter lately. I've been loving some other things that I shouldn't, like prosciutto and some things I don't want to say because I don't want you guys to go order them and they run out of stock because they're so tasty. I feel like I kind of ran into that problem when I was really big on the cranberry juice. You know, I got really big into cranberry juice for a second there, and like as soon as I started buying it, everybody started buying it, and the price doubled. So I'm not going to make that mistake again. I'm gatekeeping the tasty food. Anyways, feeling really good mentally. Feeling nourished. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.